Okay, guys, today we're going to dig into a very important topic when it comes to actually getting paid for your services, which after all is a big part of actually being a copywriter, right?
It's the
So
best part.
I don't know if it's the best part, but it's certainly a really, really great part. And specifically, what we're going to talk about is how you will get paid, not how to send your invoice. Our CCA students know how to do that. It's not that difficult at all, but actually how you will accept that payment. And I think that a lot of people make it a lot more complicated than it needs to be. Wouldn't you agree, Kate?
100%. I think one of the best places to start is by asking your clients if they already have a process in place. Because I think before we even get clients, we freak out of like, well, logistics, how is this going to work out once it happens? What do I need to have set up? Am I going to be wildly unprepared to receive payment? And it's a rabbit hole that if we can prevent you from going down, we would like to do so today.
That's what we're here for.
That's what we're going.
It's true. And the funny thing is that even some of the bigger clients that I work with, I mean, like multi-billion-dollar companies, they still operate by sending me a check in the mail, which is so adorable. So, 1996 or whatever. But I do still absolutely get checks in the mail from some customers. You do as well, right, Kate?
Yeah, I do. I have one that I can think of that still sends a paper check. So I know it's not the most ideal, especially when you're first starting out and you're like, I need to pay rent, I need to pay groceries, and you're trying to kind of budget when money's coming in, and it's coming in, but when can you expect it to hit your account? And then once you get it, it takes a day or so to process once you actually get the check. So yes, it's not necessarily everyone's favorite, but it is a great way to avoid any sort of fees. Mm-hmm. There's no percentage taken out, which we'll get to with other methods of payment. It is pretty easy. A little slow, a little snail mail style, but it's still effective and an option for many organizations. And yeah, to your point, it's funny that a lot of the bigger companies that you think would have direct deposit set up just don't.
And there are two clients that will have their preferred mode will be direct deposit. They'll ask for your account information, and I don't know about you, Kate, but the clients that I work with, I usually get an email notification that a payment is coming through. Mm-hmm. And then I think want to say like a day or two later, I'll see that payment hit in my checking account, in my business checking account.
Yeah, I would say half the clients I have that do direct deposit, I get that email notification, which is nice, so I can check up on it. The other half, I don't get anything and just have to kind of go through my account each month, which should be part of your process anyway, to make sure payments are hitting and things are processing and, what's coming and what's going out, your bookkeeping basics, which go back and listen to the episode about bookkeeping if you haven't already.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, there are all kinds of different software, and we'll list out a couple here. But there are a couple of different ways to electronically get payment. Kate, I know you and I have both used PayPal for some of our clients, especially like our solopreneur clients, our very little clients. They tend to be more comfortable with PayPal. And I apologize if you guys can hear the landscaping going on outside of my window right now. Excellent timing. Thanks, gentlemen. But I do use PayPal often with clients because it's just convenient for them. They have a PayPal account. I have a separate business PayPal account, separate from my personal one, but they can pay me through the PayPal account. It's probably a great time to talk about fees, don't you think, Kate?
Yes, because with a lot of these platforms, if not all of them, you're going to have some sort of fee. And, ranging, I think, depending on what platform you're using, between 2-3%, I would say in that range there, of the transaction price. So I know that freaks people out of like, wait, but this is my project money, and now I'm paying to get money that is owed me. Yes, consider it the cost of doing business. But that said, knowing that will be taken out, roll that into your project price. So literally on $100, that's $2 or $3. So if you're doing $1,000 project, maybe it's $1,050 to cover your fees, or $1,025, whatever, do the math. But if it really pains you, then roll it into the project price. We do not recommend billing it out to your clients as a separate line item and tacking the fee onto them. That's going to look real bad, and that's not going to make them feel very good. Just like you hate, personally, I assume everyone else hates it too, of like booking an airline flight and then all of a sudden you have to pay for your seat and you have to pay for this. And if you want to take a bag, and it's so much easier if it's just, here's what I'm paying and it includes everything. I don't have to worry. I don't have to then tack on additional things and just roll it into the quote.
Exactly. Well, and you guys know that we are very much anti-spending money like crazy. We always say you have to make sure that a piece of software is going to pay for itself and then some before you commit to that piece of software. So definitely do your research when it comes to payment software. But there are things like Wave app, I think, allows you to take payments I believe either by PayPal or by credit cards. And I think Dubsado and Honeybook and a couple other ones. Now, you do have to connect up your PayPal account. I believe you may also have to connect up a Stripe account. Any of those, though, will have, whichever you choose, do your research first. Any of them will have really great documentation about how to create a credit card processing account and how to link it all up and all that kind of thing. And that can be very convenient. So now, if you are finding yourself with a lot of clients who are saying, well, I really want to pay you by credit card, and you don't have a way for them to pay you by credit card, I think you actually can pay by credit card via PayPal, if I'm not mistaken, or you can let a client pay you by credit card. But if you have a lot of clients requesting that, it's probably worth doing a little research into that software. But again, don't opt for crazy bells and whistles and pay for crazy bells and whistles if you don't need it. If all you need is to be able to send and receive, or send invoices and receive payments, or even just receive payments, then opt for that tier. Don't go crazy and going, well, maybe eventually I'm going to want to do this, and maybe eventually I add this on and add this on and add this on. Because then what's going to happen is, as you scale your business, you may not need those, but you're still paying for all of those services.
Yeah.
The bigger the company, the more rigid they are in terms of how they pay you out and what their payment cycle is. Okay, so now you know what to do, and now you know how you're going to get those invoices paid. Go out there and generate some invoices. Get some clients, generate some invoices.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you don't miss any tips, tools, or tactics for copywriters by clicking subscribe right now. And of course, you can always find us over at filthyricwriter.com. We'll see you next time.